Hi people. Today we're going to look at the personal essay for applying for college. It could be that you're transferring to college and your two-year college did not require an essay, but now your four-year university does. So it could be this is going to be your first year in college. You might be thinking well ahead, you might be working less ahead, and that's okay. But when you find that you're ready to write the essay, then here's the list of their prompts. Here's the list for 22 and 23. Each year the list changes some. You can see 7 and an optional 8th one. Each year the list changes some, but they usually don't change every single one. So one prompt will be used for a few years. And as you start looking at these, you can see why. They're not easy questions, but they are broad enough that they're going to apply to a lot of situations. Why are you writing this essay? That is so that your goal is to convince admissions officers, a team of people reading your essay, your goal is to convince them that they should let you into that college. So the way to do that is not bragging about yourself, and it's not repeating information you already put in the other questions. The way to do that is to let them see you in action. Show them what you have done so far with the resources you've had available. Show them your unique talent. Show them your good attitude. Show them your good character qualities. No one is perfect, and they're not looking for perfection, and they probably wouldn't believe perfection if they read it in an essay. It is much more important here to be real, than it is to say the one perfect thing. There's not one perfect thing here. Anyway, as we look at this, there's going to be a strategy here. Here is Harvard's 12 strategies to writing the perfect college essay. There's not really a perfect college essay, but these are good tips. So if you won't, you can look on a place like Harvard, and this is what they think that you should have if you are applying for Harvard. So it seemed like a pretty good pick to start. Now most of these are going to be things you know to do already. Right? One of these tips is basically be real and true to yourself, not fake. Another tip is catch attention, and you can do that if you've been writing essays before. You can do that in the usual ways. You can ask a question, you can have a profound quote, you can have a little miniature story, a 2-sentence story. Or you can start with some common ground with your readers. What do you have in common with these admissions officers working at a college? What do you have in common with them is a good question to ask, because understanding your audience better will help you. Then show what you bring, especially character traits and values. They're not looking for stats, they're not looking for scores, they are looking for character traits and values and attitude and maybe some humbleness. None of us are perfect. We are all in the process of learning. All the time. This is a lifelong thing. Whatever you say, then you want to show it with some little examples and some miniature stories. Very like 2 or 3 sentence stories, because you only have a limited amount of words. It's okay to try something different. If you are totally bored with the standard things to say on the standard exact format to say it, your readers are probably going to be bored too. They read a lot of examples. The admissions team read a lot of essays. So catching their attention with something a little bit different approach is probably worth trying. Just like usual with any kind of writing where you're trying to convey some information and persuade people, you want to be organized and use transitions. Not all of that has to happen all at once. Just use the writing process that you already know. Generate some ideas, draft a little bit, maybe make an outline, a plan, get some stuff written, start anywhere, have other people read what you are writing. Try reading aloud whatever you've written. Do follow a standard format. If they don't specify anywhere, then use the one you know. If you've used MLA format, then make it basically MLA format. If you've learned APA, that'll do, right? If you can't see that the college or the Common App is asking for a specific format, then go with the one that's familiar, but follow the standard conventions. When you wrap up at the very end of your essay, Wrap up with a takeaway for the reader, or how things will be different now that you've been through these experiences that you're talking about. Look forward to something. Look forward to pursuing your interest, because colleges look good when you graduate, and you graduate because you're interested enough to keep showing up for classes and keep doing the assignments. So look forward to how you're going to continue your interest in a new setting. Hopefully they're college, but that part's not required.